Let's not review for the moment. I want to know what's going to happen next year.
Well, hopefully we're going to be riding the consumer wave, because we had a 14 that wasn't so great, and 15, whether the macros are favorable, lower unemployment, lower gas prices, we're continuing to see consumer confidence do well, and categories such as accessories, Apple and iPhone 6 continuing to do well. What we're seeing with athletic continues to work, and also organic. So there's a lot of health and wellness that are doing well in 2015.
I don't see apparel anywhere on there. And when you go to the mall, you go to the stores, everything is 40% off, 50% off, now 70% off because it's after Christmas. What happened to apparel in 2014, and does that extend into 2015?
Where's the newness is really the question of apparel. We typically have 2 to 3 fashion cycles a year, and we really didn't even have one. The other factor is with athletic becoming so prominent, when people used to buy apparel for wear to work, wear to the gym, and wear on the weekends, they can all combine it into one. More usages, less items to buy, which makes accessories more important.
So yoga pants, blame yoga pants for the death of apparel.
Exactly. Are you buying more yoga pants?
I am. I actually have like 4 or 5 of them, and I don't know why I keep acquiring them.
Okay.
I want to ask you about wearable technology, particularly when it comes to athletic endeavor. Under Armour recently signed Andy Murray. Is this hype, or is this really going to happen?
I think it deals with this health and wellness. We're seeing, whether it's Fitbit, whether it's Fuel Band that's kind of going away, whether it's Tory Burch who's going to come out with her new athletic line. Yes, we're seeing people pay more attention, whether it's heart rate, whether it's calorie burn. They want it to look fashionable. And it'll be very interesting to see over the next year the emergence of technology into wearables.
Dana, I wonder, when you look at fast fashion, the changes that that's made in the retail environment, if it's possible at all for some of the older line brands to make the adoption into the world of fast fashion, or is this really about, cars versus buggy whips?
I think fast fashion is taking share from apparel here in the U.S. We're seeing an influx of international retailers come in, whether it's H&M, who's been doing very well with designer collaborations, low-price clothing, whether it's Zara, and also what you're seeing with Uniqlo coming in. And Primark is the big one at the end of 2015. Lower prices, on-trend product.
Uniqlo?
Uniqlo also
Uniqlo?
here in the U.S. It's owned by Fast Retailing. There's one in San Francisco.
What are they doing and where are they doing it? Now, see, right here in my backyard, I don't know it. Tell
New
me about
York,
it.
Los Angeles, San Francisco. There's around 39 stores so far. It's owned by Fast Retailing, and their goal is to be much bigger than it's been in the past.
Corey, we're going to send you some Heat Tech shirts next time so that you can get into the spirit of Uniqlo.
Yeah, thanks, because this isn't really working for me anymore.
I want to get into the spirit of making money for investors. What stock should you own?
I think when we're thinking about what's going to work in 2015, I think Lululemon does well in 2015.
They've had some management issues, though.
They have, and some more changes are coming. A new CFO should be announced shortly. Products getting better, supply chains moving quicker, and the category is still growing, and they can play a part in it. We're also seeing companies, for example, like Fossil. You mentioned wearable technology. Fossil and watches, when I think about 15, it's about brands. Fossil basically manufactures watches for Michael Kors, Diesel, Tory Burch. They're the house of brands, and watches are an accessories that's appealing.
What will Apple's watch mean for the retail world?
It's certainly going to mean a new item to buy. Is everyone going to like it? It's the big question. I think if you buy fashion, it doesn't mean that you don't buy wearables also. It can be both.
Do you see a lot of M&A in retail, a lot more buyouts by private equity?
Well, we've seen a bit of that already, because whether you take a look at what's happening with companies going away, Delia's, Deb Shops most recently, whether you're seeing what could be acquisition opportunities like American Apparel, we're seeing more collaborations. In order to be able to compete, you need to be bigger, have a lot of capital, and have speed to market.
But there's a big difference between collaboration and someone buying out American Apparel, which at this point may look a little bit distressed.
Right, it does look distressed. It's interesting, with retailers, balance sheets are strong. They could last longer than you'd ever think.
Talking about distress, what about the shares of Coach?
Coach has had a tough year in 2014. New products here in 2015. Outlet mall sales are stabilizing, and can they get the new product adopted quick enough? In the face of Tory Burch, Michael Kors, Kate Spade, there's a lot out there. Balance sheet's in decent shape, but we need that new product to, say, ring it up at the cash register.
And does design lead that? Is that really about they just missed a design cycle here and they've got to come back in with something that's a little more happening?
I think it's that, but also the fact that competition increased. Coach is the one who built the market of affordable luxury. From 2000, for quite a number of years, their same-store sales were terrific. Opening stores, opening outlet stores, and they were on trend. Everyone caught wind of the market, and you saw Kors, you saw Kate Spade, and others come in. They have work to do as they're more mature now.
Any retailers that we should expect that'll list, that'll go public, that you'd want to keep an eye on in 2015?
There's a lot to look at. I mean, whether it is a Tory Burch, whether it's a Marc Jacobs, you could certainly see more accessories names enter the marketplace.
Any losers, any stocks that you think people should avoid?
Teen retailers are having a tough time lately.
Abercrombie and Fitch, American Eagle.
And whether it's Francesca's, whether it's Wet Seal, there's been areas where it's been tough. H&M, Forever 21, Uniqlo, and now Primark are all in there taking share.